Welcome to this channel. This channel is for education and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. So, since I released my book, Decoding Wing Chun in Amazon.com, many of our martial art friends and Wing Chun friends have read the book and sent me many messages. One of the most popular messages they send me is now they realize that there are so many things in the Wing Chun 1850 or in the ancient traditional Chinese martial art which they don't know. And now they doubt about how could the system they practice function at all. Well, we got a problem today in traditional Chinese martial art and in Wing Chun. That problem is romanticizing the past. Romanticizing the past. So it is like we got a ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend, and now we married. We always thinking that our ex-girlfriend is better than the wife today. Where the wife today have to work every day, take care of the family, doing laundry, whining, and do everything in the daily life. But we keeping thinking, oh, our ex-girlfriend, if I married her, she will be like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. But missing what is the reality in the real life. And missing the appreciations of the wife who is working really hard to keep the family happy. So, romancing the past is exactly like thinking about, oh, my ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend will do this, he will be blah, 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 blah. So, in Chinese Kung Fu today, in Wing Chun today, is what is going on with it? You have all these legends, stories, hearsays. This grandmaster is the student of that grandmaster, blah, 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 blah. But it's all just romancing the past, selling romancing the past. So right now, after they read my book, it is, oh my God, I don't even know how to breathe. I don't even know how to move. Those are honest words from our martial art friends and the Wing Chun friends. Not to mention, right now, I have mapped the entire thing into sports science. Why do you need to train that way? What type of result will you get? What type of risk are you running if you're doing that? So, that is like what? Like getting somebody to live in today. Look at what the wife do every day, working so hard, instead of sitting down there and thinking about your ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend. Okay? So all those movies, all those selling points are what? Selling, romancing the past. Those things never exist. It never happened. It's not real. It's just somebody's imagination, somebody's make-believe, somebody's interpretations. Okay? So I wrote this book. If you read my book, in the book I say that this is a time to start a new paradigm in America. It's like Bodhidharma when they bring the Buddha Dharma to China and the Chinese right away step in, build a new Zen school, Zen teaching. Because India has already lost the Buddha Dharma. And of course, the Chinese is brand it or fuse it with the Chinese development at that time. That's why you got the Zen created. But still, Buddha's teaching. And we need to do that in America. We cannot keeping sitting around romanticizing the past. Okay? Now, in the book, I pointed out clearly by evidence there are three types of training. The first is in today's sports science, is the recovery type of training. Recovery from your sickness, recovery from your exhausting training, recovery. The second is fitness training, which is you need to keep your body, your circulation, your cardio, your lung, everything function properly for daily life. And then there is the strengthening training. The strengthening training is for what? For performance, for fighting, for competitions, which is not that natural at all. In fact, it is damaging because it's pushing the body's limitations. So you have three types of training. With the three types of training, you know that every type of training comes with different type of breathing. The recovery, the breathing is the subtle breathing. Like in today's, you can check on the heart and the lung or the heart and the breathing synchronizations. Then you get you into the heart rate variability, your nervous system to rest you down. And then for the breathing in fitness, it's like in your aerobic training, you want it to be deep belly breathing. You want it to be 360-degree so that your diaphragm and your pelvic floor all function together. It's for your health. Western science, as I pointed in the book, have your zone 1, zone 2 training, zone 3 training, and so forth, so forth. Everything, when I say zone, is heart rate zone training, so that we really specific know what exactly you're going to get. Now, on top of those fitness, you go to the strength and training, which is for the fighting, for the pushing your limit to improve your performance. Well, over there, the training, you have two types of breathing. The first type of the breathing is a coarse, a heavy belly breathing or lower abs or lower abdomen breathing. It's heavy, it's forceful. It's like you're going to run for 1 hour really at the threshold heart rate zone, anaerobic zone. You feel heavy because at that time you need the energy, your carbohydrate energy. You're no longer burning fat like in the aerobic training, which is fitness training, which I show it there. what kind of energy you're burning in your body. And for the strengthening training, you have the breathing, which is hard. And also in that strengthening training, you have second type of breathing. In martial arts, in a fight, of course your breathing is going to get interrupted. You're no longer doing a walking or running. Even though you can run hard, you still have the rhythm. Like one, two in, two inhale, two exhale, two inhale, two exhale. But in the fighting, come on. Your opponent is going to strike you when you inhale or all sort of stuff. And in the fighting, there are two zones. One of the zone here is where the opponent can kick you, can throw you, can do whatever, and you can do it to him too, which is the dangerous zone, as I pointed in the book. One is the off-range zone where you cannot, both party cannot hit each other. So you breathe differently from here and here. Not to mention over here, you have to take blow. Sorry, this is real life. And you have to exert strength. Sorry, this is real life. So how the world you going to breathe? If I say, I practice chi slowly. Someday I can fa jing. You see, I can fa jing. Man, you get into this fighting zone, people's going to break your rhythm. You don't even have chance to stand there still for a few seconds because people will come from different angle. You're not going to stand there, push hand, following natural, breathing, 心气 to 丹田. Nonsense. Over here is all interrupting, all breaking rhythm. And you have to be able to handle those type of heavy breathing, which is still you have to base on lower abs breathing or the common breathing, the second type breathing for the fitness, so that your breathing mechanism is proper, but the rhythm is completely chaotic. It's based on what do I need at that time. Say I'm pulling out, but suddenly I take a hit. What do I have to tighten up my body to take that hit while exhaling? Have to be done immediately. What? Over in the range of you can hit each other, I mean, come on, it's fast breathing. Who the world is going to do this and the chi sao? Come on. Look at all those fight in the MMA, Western boxing, Thai boxing, Kyokushin, people get KO. Okay, once you get into the range. Three type of breathing. If we never train in that, I mean, come on, what is going on here? Also, when you get into this strengthening training in the fighting, this dangerous zone and the out range zone, if you are out of the range, you need to drive yourself in. If you are in the dangerous zone, you have to have a stable body handling. Nobody is going to stand there and do this and cheese out with you or treat like the wooden dummy. Nobody will do that. Look at any MMA fight. So what they require? They require you to know how to handle your intra-abdominal pressure. Well, intra-abdominal pressure, you have to build out from your subtle breathing, common breathing, and get to the strengthening training because you need to have your natural lower abs breathing mechanism. Or else how the hell are you gonna fight that when you breathe in the chest? Can you stand in Ijikamyongma there, breathe in the chest, where I have no idea with all this intra-abdominal pressure, bracing, and all this thing, to go fight in here? Can you go doing push hand, chi sao, have no idea on the body handling? Going to fight there or get into the fight? People usually like to talk about plum flower footwork of the Wing Chun. Well, what is plum flower footwork? In daily wife language, that is plum flower, the stem of the plum flower is the handling of the entire body from the outer ring zone to get into the dangerous zone as fast as possible. That's the stem of the plum flower. The plum flower for the five petal itself is the movement, the moving, handling the momentum in the dangerous zone. Now, if you don't have that breathing I mentioned, you don't have the intra-abdominal pressure where you need to brace your body to secure it, to stabilize it. When you take hit, when you want to dash out, sprint out, how the hell is going to be able to fight? Well, sure, as people say, when you're going to beat up a weak person, you can do whatever you want. You can go learn from the movie. But when you face somebody who is trained, this is reality. And you want to drive in, those are using the reverse breathing type of abdominal bracing. You want to go fighting here, taking blow, that is using the forward breathing type of bracing. So this is whatever in the book, more, and everything with the gadgets, with the measurement of a heart rate and the training and so forth. Do you know that? Yes, today we know. So this is what the reality is. Put the focus back to daily life, to your wife, who is not like a girlfriend anymore, have to make up every morning, or comb the hair, make the hair, and then to see you with a smile. The wife is going to wake up in the morning, ask to wake up all the kids to cook, to do laundry, and to rush you. Hey man, that's real life. Chinese Kung Fu, including Wing Chun, is real life. It's not romancing. Making more movie. Who teach who, who teach who. I've been waiting for so many years. Nobody ever tell you what I tell you in this video. That's how I feel really disappointed. And I decide to tell you all, wake up, man. What are you doing? And also, can everybody train in this fighting, in this strengthening training? No, you cannot. When you get in here, if you over breathing, if you hold your breathing, you're going to get in the problem. All of this is now scientific can prove that it is true. All of this, what I tell you, is just the ancient Wing Chun teaching using today's scientific language and today's daily living language to tell you what it is. So, welcome to reality. Welcome to reality. An ex-girlfriend never is your wife. When your wife just married without kid, she's like a girlfriend. When the wife become your kid's mom, there's another type of wife. When the wife, after the kids go to college and graduate and so forth, have their family, and when she live with you, then she become your boss. That's normal, okay? So right now I don't have girlfriend, I have a boss, okay? If I keeping romancing my ex-girlfriend, well, you know that never happened. So this is life. There's no point to write another book which is making myself grandmaster. The book has to be education to present to everybody what is reality so everybody be able to live happily, uh, healthy, be able to carry out their daily life and still have fun in martial art if they want to. And they know their limitations, avoid dangerous things, which is proven in science that, hey man, you don't do that. Like one of the things is holding breathing. When they get into, because they never train, they get into this dangerous zone, what do? They holding breathing when exert force. And then suddenly their energy, everything go drop rock bottom. So this is what I'd like to share with you. 2023. For those who really want to get something out from their training in Wing Chun, it's time to change. Forget about all those Tai Chi, internal, everything, every time. If we cannot even know how to breathe, we don't even know the three types of breathing. We don't even know the intra-abdominal pressure. We don't even know the different type of bracing. We don't even know the fighting zone, the danger zone, the out of range zone, and how are we supposed to prepare for here? How are we going to supposed to prepare from here? How is the plum flower footwork, quote unquote, is going to zoom you in from the out of range to the fighting zone, to the danger zone? As one of the friend told me, he said, Hendrik, I feel cheated. Because without this, it's like a car without engine. So this is what I'd like to share with you.